Hello everyone, I'm Josh. We're at Microsoft Ignite, and with me I've got Matt Landis. Matt, thanks for joining me.
Hey, good to be here.
So yeah, there is a lot of cool, exciting things going on in Ignite this year, and we're a couple days in, so we've got a few sessions under our belt now. We're going to talk about a few of those things in a minute, but for the moment...
And a couple thousand footsteps under our belts.
Yeah, someone yesterday that I was walking with pulled their steps up and had like 13,000 or something crazy. You're walking a couple miles every day at least. So
I think my fitness tracker said something like 3.5.
3 was it?
I don't
there
know if
you
that's
go.
accurate. Correct me if I am. But
that's probably right on par. Because what he had said is it was 4 something miles he had walked throughout the day. So it's a lot of walking to get from one session to the next. You're almost in another county, is what it feels like. It's a ton of walking. So. So what I want to do here first is start out talking a little bit about what's going on with Attendant Pro. There's obviously some big news. I covered a little bit of that last week on the recap, but we'd like to hear directly from you, kind of what that news is, and then what other stuff is coming up here.
All right. Well, we are excited. We have been Link 2013 platform ready for our Attendant console for since the beginning. But recently, Microsoft reopened the Skype4Business certification program, and the day it opened, we submitted to get certified, and we went through that process. It's an interesting process that Microsoft goes to make sure your applications are working with Skype4Business. They have a real plan around that. But Attendant Pro for Skype4Business is certified for Skype4Business, so we are one of a very few of Attendant consoles.
That is awesome. Well, congratulations on that. That is big news. So okay, so you guys got certification recently there. Is there other news that with the?
Yes.
We
just released our Q3 update.
Yes.
And one of the things that was pretty big in that update, we usually have kind of headline features, but we have tons more. What I mentioned is just a tip of the iceberg. Yeah. But we added analytics for the Attendant console user.
That's pretty big.
So yeah,
that's pretty big.
And not only did we add analytics, we added it so that you don't need any servers.
Yes.
So there's cool tools like Event Zero, which, by the way, we're going to take them out. Just kidding. Absolutely go to Event Zero if you need real good analytics. But if you need analytics, if you want analytics for an Attendant console, we just include them in there. Simple, no servers to install, and really the end user, we have little key performance indicators like how average time to answer and transfer, that kind of thing.
Right.
And the user can just click on that, and it opens up, and then they have graphs, daily calls, hourly calls, and that kind of thing. So yeah.
Awesome. Now you previously on other updates and feature announcements have done a YouTube video going over them and just kind of demonstrating it.
Yep.
Do you have anything out there yet for that, or coming up?
We were really busy before Ignite, so I didn't get any videos out, but yes, we will get some out on that. Yeah.
So look for those on Matt's blog, and
you can see all the updates on attendantpro.blogspot.com.
There you go.
You just
go
there and
keep up with all the changes. So.
Yeah. Or visit our booth here.
Yes.
Our Landis Technologies team is here, and they'd be glad to talk to you and show you stuff. So.
Everyone knows how terrible I am at being on time with the various things, so I am trying to get this out before the end of the week. So if you're watching this and you're at Ignite, drop by their booth and have a chat.
I want to give him some credit. I was a late guy this morning. He was here all set up, nice on time, and I was sitting in traffic. So
that's kind of the name of the game right now at Ignite. I think it's the keynote was late, and then everything was late after that from day one.
Got it. Well, so I'm just in my element. I'm in my element.
You are. You're not out of place at all. So that's awesome. So let's shift gears a little bit then, and let's dive into some of the news and the big topics or discussions from Ignite. We'll start with formerly Project Rigel, and now Skype, the next generation of Skype room systems.
Very formerly.
Yes.
So now what we are calling it is next generation Skype room systems.
And not Skype4Business.
Yep, not Skype4Business. You got it. Thanks for calling that out. Now, I know some of the analysts are saying, are we confusing people? But it is Skype room system, not Skype for Business anymore. But
it is.
What they're talking about is Skype for Business room systems. So just
yes,
it's not you're not going to be able to use these room systems with Skype consumer client. It is Skype for Business.
Yes, so not to be confused. Yes.
And one of the things I'm noticing at this conference is people are the Microsoft people are using Skype for Skype for Business. I don't know what that means, and Jamie's probably going to beat me up for calling that out. But it seems like there is kind of a move towards maybe dropping that for business.
Yeah, there's some interesting marketing motion in the background, and you kind of have to wonder. But you do hear Skype by itself more and more often, and it should be interesting to see what that turns into down the line a little bit. But okay, so the three big vendors that we've been going over for the next generation of Skype room systems, we've got Logitech, and we've been seeing a lot of demos centered around the Logitech device, the hub, the console that sits in the middle of the room, and then we've also got and then of course their peripheral equipment as well. We got Crestron in there. And then, as they've been saying over and over again, last but not least, Polycom. Polycom's got a good array of equipment as well. And then on an unrelated note, they've also got, well, sort of unrelated, they got their video interop service that they launched as well. Very interesting service that'll be in Office 365. So you can really get that VTC, bring VTCs into Skype for Business meetings with no additional complicated setup. Yes. It's really the Office 365 Cloud PBX setup, a couple clicks, assign some licenses, and boom, you can pull VTCs in. Cisco equipment, whatever your vendor is that you've got. So, but seriously, Microsoft at Ignite is really emphasizing the Skype room system. That's a big emphasis. And obviously they have some partners, Logitech being the one they seem to be showcasing because they seem to be closest to the market. Yes. Within weeks, I think you can go and reserve a room system today, but within weeks, can do that for all the vendors. All of them, thank you. But Logitech is releasing quick, like first. Yeah. They're first to market with their actual deliveries. So. Yeah. And I did get a chance to take a look at the Logitech with the Logitech room system, Skype room system. Yes. Logitech's version of it, and it's quite interesting. I really think it's not the overkill that Link room system was. It seems to be a nice, lean, very affordable. I mean, there's just no excuse not to have one of these in your room anymore. No, there's not. Yeah. Less than $2,000. It's super affordable. Yeah, and I played with the equipment. You might, when you look at it, it might look like it's metal. It's plastic. All the vendors are plastic. Yes, I think they are, even including Polycom. It's a nice feeling unit. One of the things I was surprised as I was playing with it is you don't have adjustable tilt on it. That's apparently part of the design because Polycom, Logitech, and Crestron, they're all the same. I'm not sure what's behind that. But you can swivel, right? At least the Logitech one you can. Yes, you definitely can swivel. They're slick. And Microsoft's whole goal here was the big complaint people had with using room systems, or why video gets used so little in the meeting space, is because it can be overly complicated to go into the room and hook up 5 different things. There's a whole 10 to 15 minute lag before a conference gets off the ground. And Microsoft wanted you to be able to walk into the room, sit down, touch their screen, and get going with everything, or start sharing content from your laptop. And Skype Room Systems really does deliver that pretty well. It's simple, and if you're used to Skype for Business, you're going to notice something right away. The colors are different. There seems to be a motion in the color of the client. Starting with the Mac client. Yes. And moving over, now the new room systems also seem to have that same, and it's a black background. And obviously because the background's black, they're having to change some of the icons and the start call, and so just a little bit of a different style that they're going with. And do you think they're going to do that in the PC client? You know, they're trying to get more uniform. They're trying to get more uniform across the client basis, and from Mac and Mac is kind of going to be leading the way at this point from a client perspective, from what they've said. So has said that, yes. And so it's again, on the marketing side, it's something to watch for as it evolves and changes a little bit here. But yes, big news. So what on the development side, there was yesterday Andrew Bybee, I think I'm pronouncing his name correctly there, had the Skype for Business developer, what's new with the developer platform.
BRK 2087 if you want to go look at the live stream. Are they recorded? Do you know offhand?
I believe they are recorded. So
you can
watch it live, but you're going to be able to go back. If you can't now, you will be able to go back and watch the session.
Well, if you wanted to see the session I'm talking about, BRK 2087, that way you can verify anything if I get anything wrong. But what I was really excited about is a couple things. One is they demoed for the first time OWA with no plugin.
No, that's nice. They did.
Yes,
I missed that session, and I'm really regretting it now.
And it's very early. It's not coming out anytime soon. I'm trying to think. I'm not even going to say when. It was very early. They said, it's not coming at the end of this month or anything. Right. But they did demo it. So
that's exciting.
Plug-in-less video, audio in OWA.
I have been waiting for that that's going to be big for Linux users and across the board. So that is great news. Okay.
Yeah. So another thing, since we are developers. Very interested in what is going to replace UCMA.
Okay.
Which that is the server. So if you want to do centralized things like call centers, auto attendance, or like our Cepha util server.
Right.
If you want to do that in Office 365, we need a server developer platform.
Yeah.
And UCMA is going to be deprecated, or they're going to have a web version of it.
Okay.
And up until now, I thought they were using the name UCAP. But what they were calling it yesterday is the Trusted Application API.
Trusted Application API.
Now that is not the final name. Even in the session he mentioned that's not the final name. But for now, Trusted Application API, and that is a web. What I'm calling it is a web-based version of UCMA.
Okay. Yeah.
So the kind of tools we use to write Cepha util server, or what you're going to use to make call centers, hunt groups, auto attendance.
Yeah.
That's what they're using. So.
Wow. Okay. Well, now I need to go back and watch that session because I completely missed that, and I would have loved to have seen that demoed on the screen. Oh wow. Okay.
And that is coming. That is not smoke and mirrors. That is coming quite soon.
Not rumors. It's officially coming.
This one is not as far off as OWA without plugin.
Yeah.
And this one is, I think, what they were noting is preview early 2017.
Okay.
Obviously, anything can change, but preview early 2017 of the new version of UCMA.
Okay. So, yeah, there's a few things happening early 2017, so that seems to be a target, like the Polycom devices. You can order them now, but they're going to be early 2017, and so a lot happening at the turn of the year. But
another interesting thing about Trusted Application API that's really interesting to me is Microsoft is using it themselves to build the auto attendant and call queues in Office Cloud PBX.
Yeah.
So I love that, because that means if there's bugs or something's not working right, and we notice it when we're developing it, it's going to be of high importance that Microsoft gets that take. So that, to me, that's really interesting to me. So obviously it's out there, it's already working. They just need to package it and get it for us. So.
Well, that's promising, because there's a lot of focus and attention being put into those two products right there, those two features of Cloud PBX. So they're going to be looking at that closely.
Yeah. Before the session, I was asking different partners that we were meeting with, when do you think UCMA web-based UCMA is here? And some people, probably, who knows, long time.
Yeah.
So it's coming. It's coming pretty soon.
Yeah, a little bit more definition to that timeline. That's awesome. Great. Well, that's about it, I guess, for the show today. Was there any other note that you had that I missed that you'd like to go over from the last couple of days?
Let me nudge myself here and take a look at my Ignite notes. So I'm looking exactly what's on the web. So bit.ly Matt Ignite 16. If you want to see my scribbles and what I thought. It's not any importance. It's not everything. It's just what I thought was important.
And your notes, I was in that World Partner Conference. That was a great resource for me. Was keeping up to date with your notes during the conference there. So definitely check that out, guys. If you're trying to follow along and keep up with Ignite as we go on the Skype for Business side, you're going to get all the details there. So flat out. Awesome. Well, hey, thank you for coming on today, Matt. It was a pleasure. I'm glad I got to meet you here. And again, if I get this out before Ignite is over, stop by the Landis Technologies booth, say hi, and enjoy the rest of Ignite, guys. So, thanks again, Matt.
Yes,
pleasure.
sir.